The guys over at Phoenix Optics was gracious enough to send me this lens right here. This is the Laowa 15mm f2.0D lens. And now you might be thinking, what the heck does 0D even mean? No, that's not what that means, and I assure you I have one in between two B's. 0D means zero distortion. Well, technically it's not 100% zero because there's a little bit of D like right here, but comparatively less D than the other wide-angle lenses with bigger Ds. And that's sort of the whole niche of this lens. It's even clearly labeled in the box right here. See, 0D. Now, I gotta be honest, I had no interest in this lens whatsoever. You know, the Sony Alpha cameras are touted for their amazingly fast and reliable autofocus. So to me, it just really defeats the whole purpose of these cameras if we just use manual lenses. But when the opportunity sort of opened up to me to at least try out this lens, I said, why the hell not? Yeah, send it over. And 2 weeks went by with the lens sitting at my desk idly until I finally brought it with me to Disneyland one day, and holy bees was I so blown away by the quality of this lens. First off, the minimum focusing distance is ridiculous. I can get this close to you guys and still grab focus, allowing me to take advantage of the f2 aperture and get some amazingly beautiful bokeh. I took this exact setup onto the Small World ride, just snapped this one photo right here. Oh my god, I just got like an adrenaline full of inspiration for me just to run around Disneyland and get more shots. The 15mm really allowed me to take advantage of the landscape at Disneyland. I never had to worry about not being able to squeeze everything into one frame. In fact, the real challenge was, I have everything framed up in my eyes right now, but when I finally position the camera, I'm just like, holy crap, I need to get physically a lot closer to crop out the negative space. Just check out some of these photos I got from the World of Color show. Now, it seems like I'm far away from it, but I'm literally in the front row just to get these shots. And I never do front row for any shows, but this lens here got me out of my shell. So how sharp is it at f2? Well, why don't you ask Mickey and Walt? Actually, that's kind of not fair because those guys are looking sharp already. Definitely passes my center sharpness test. Now, I'm not DP Review, I'm not DxO Mark whatever, I'm not Tony Northrup. I don't pixel peep too hard, so if it looks sharp to me, it's good enough. Now this is another shot of Mickey and Walt, but this time they're not in the center, and they still look damn good. And because it's a wide angle lens and it's f2, you're going to see a bit of vignetting. At this point, you're probably like, well, hell, I'm sold. How much is this lens, Jason? $850. Yeah, it's a bit of a hefty price tag, but comparatively to the other wide-angle lenses that are out there, especially the Sony native ones, it is affordable. Again, it's a full-frame wide-angle lens, and it's also f2. This lens doesn't feel cheap either. It's made out of metal, so there's a bit of weight to it, but overall still has a very small form factor. So how does this fare in my video work? You guys know I do a lot of weddings, and for a lot of those main events, we like to have a wide angle camera set up in the back as our safety cam. And since I figured this is a 15mm 0D lens, it might actually look pretty cool. Plus, it's f2, so it's definitely gonna be helpful for those low light reception shots. And for my cinematography homies out there, there's an option for clickless aperture for your buttery smooth, aperture transitioning, changing thing, yeah! Now, undoubtedly, people are going to ask me if the Laowa 15mm is going to be a good vlogging lens. But remember, it's a manual focus lens, and without a flip-out screen on these darn Sony cameras, it's going to be hard to gauge the focus. Now, I could crank up the f-stop, but then I wouldn't be able to take advantage of that f2, that beautiful bokeh. I might as well just invest in a Sony 10-18 f4. It's the same cost, but it has autofocus. Also, I got a few people asking, so here's a quick test with the Laowa 15mm, a7RIII, and the Zhiyun crane. Well guys, what did you think of this lens? Did you L it or do you DL it? Are you going to pick one up? Let me know in the C box down below. And everything that I used in this video is also linked in the description box below. Please check it out. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you guys in my next V. Peace.